18th March 2022, 13 degrees Celsius. I'm going to record the bird song. The primrose clumps are doing quite well. They've grown. A very nice, beautiful day, so they are all have opened their eyes. It has rained, so the pond is full of water. A nice, clear pond at the moment. The best primrose display, as you can see, is facing the sun. The sun is behind me. It rises sort of southeast. It will change of direction. And I'm going to take a nice video of the primroses. These are wild primroses, not cultivated, indigenous to Kent or to United Kingdom. Here is a lovely clump. It's grown quite big. Again, it is in the sun. We have cut back the wild blackberries. So hopefully these clumps will increase. 20 years ago, there were only about 3 or 4 clumps. Now, as you can see, there are loads. Trying to encourage them. Here is another clump. And then along the path there are quite a few of the wild primroses. Here is another lovely clump. They have just started to flower, so they'll carry on flowering, and at one time we will have milkmaids, bluebells and primroses all at the same time. Here is a lovely bed. I would call it a bed of primroses. They've grown by themselves and happily facing the sun. The primroses like a well-drained soil, so they are growing on either side of the little path that I take to drive the truck over. The bluebells have sort of grown about 3 or 4 inches. These are the wild bluebells of Kent. We have cultivated Spanish variety at home, and I shall take a video of that and then bring a meter ruler next time so you can compare the growth. The grass in the meadow is growing, but not very much. It's been quite cold. Today is unseasonably warm at 13 degrees Celsius for March the 18th today, I think. No, 17th today. There are a few primrose clumps trying to get a foothold amongst the bluebells, but you will see this area will be absolutely blue and you won't be able to scent the air here, but it will be full of amazing scent from the bluebells. When the cows were in this field, they kept the bracken down. but there are no cows. Often thought of putting Highland cattle on here, but that's a lot of planning and thinking, and you have to have strong fences to keep them in. At the other place, they have got Highland cattle, and they are absolutely beautiful. But then it is run by Kent Wildlife Trust, so they have got support from the government, and they pay people and everything. So, but it would be good to have Highland cattle here too someday. Here's a wood anemone, first one we've seen for 2022. They look like stars that come down from the sky, and they're absolutely beautifully white with a little tinge of yellow, and they're very small. Bird song in the thicket. Oh, it's been recording now, that's one. Here's a lovely bank of wood anemones. They really do look like stars in the sky. Quite a nice bank here. Before the bracken grows, there's quite a few along this little path which the animals take. At one time, the whole wood will be white with these wood anemones. The locals call them milkmaids. They all close their faces when the sun goes down. At the moment, they're all open because it's bright sunlight. There is literally no cloud in the sky today. Birds are all out. Not a single cloud in the sky. Plenty of water in the stream. Lovely day, so you can see the reflection. Here's a little bank of primroses where you can see the sun is coming through. Where there are shadows, there are no primroses. So they really like the sun, all facing the sun. The trees have blocked this bridge, so this will need to be cleared. It's only about 10-15 minutes worth of work, but it needs waders and a spade. The wood anemones are growing along this path, just one or two at the moment. But see, in a couple of weeks' time, all this area will be white with little stars come down from the sky. We had cleared this log jam, but the stream has brought down lots of wood, and this needs to be done. So the next job is to get waders on and a bucket with hole and remove all this log jam. Otherwise it will turn into clay and stop the water going under the bridge and cause a flood really. That's got to be stopped.